this stuff up.
Yeah, I know. And you got so many dishonest people who...
Bags are ready. Gotta love that.
Always keep your apps on. Oh man, my hair looks a little crazy today. What's going on here? Good morning. Let's go get this money. Welcome back to Mr.BetonYou. It's early. It's not even 6 a.m. We're gonna work until 10 o'clock. And the goal, because we're not working later, is at least $100. But I wanna talk about a little bit of an incentive on the Spark app. So, there's a $5 incentive. Each completed trip can get an additional incentive of $5, no upper limit, meaning whatever, from 6 to 8:15. And there's some store IDs here. So when you look at your app, look at the store IDs. I'll put some of that here because the one I usually work at, store 3061, is included. So we'll fire the app on. It's just now 6 o'clock, boom. And the goal is to do 3 or 4 of those to add an extra 15 or 20 bucks. Okay, and strategy wise is, I'm not gonna not take something good just because, on another app. But if something comes in at 11 bucks going, 2 or 3 miles, usually I might not take that, right? Depending. But now it's not gonna be 11, it's gonna be 16. So always make sure you're checking your incentives tab because you might be missing out on opportunities. Let's go get this money, a quick $100 at breakfast time. All right, good morning to everybody. Good afternoon, good night, whenever you're watching this. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the apps on right now because I hadn't done that yet. Now, like I said, I'm also gonna have Uber. If things make sense on the other apps, I will take it, okay? But sometimes you have to adapt the dollar amount strategy if there's some kind of incentive or promotion. That's how I do it, because $1 is $1 mostly, right? So let's go ahead and turn it on. You got to 8:15, so that means if I accept something at 8:14, it should still be valid. You don't have to complete it by 8:15, okay? It's within that time range of when you accept the order. There should be a little pop-up thing as well telling me that there's a $5 bonus on it within the offer screen. That should happen. I'll show you that if and when it happens, okay? That's something that I added a couple of months ago, all right? So let's go ahead and also turn on Uber. Roadie, usually I don't see much at this time, but obviously we're gonna look because you never know. You don't want to miss out on something. There's a little chime. Just turn the volume all the way up. And then obviously we'll have Instacart on because we have Schnucks up the street that's open and various other spots. So we'll go ahead and turn on all 4 of those apps we have on and active right now. We'll turn Roadie on. We'll see if there's anything there. Probably not. Oh, there's one, 14 miles, probably a Home Depot. 2 deliveries, 15 bucks, 14 miles. Absolutely not. We will not do that. Let's go ahead and get this day started. I like to do some of these ride along early morning ones. I think some of you guys kind of like it. It reminds you of the old school days when I was doing the DoorDash ride alongs and showing you guys everything. But I still got the cold in my eye, right? Still got the early morning look, but we'll shake the dust off. I'm out here to get at least $100. Can I do it? Put a comment in the comment section down below. If we do 3 or 4 orders, we're adding an extra 15 or 20 bucks in promotions. So there should be a reachable, achievable goal. First offer of the day, Uber in live time. 7:04, 10.6 miles combined. That's absolute garbage. I almost said accept. We definitely would not do something like that to start our day. And I always will have the interface of the Spark app open because I get a chime notification from Uber, right? And with Spark, you don't get that unless there's a just for you. So I always have that open and I'm looking at it because sometimes the good batches will go away quickly if you don't have that interface open and you have a different app interface open. Now what I'm gonna do is this Schnucks right here, I'm gonna sit in this parking lot. This Schnucks is about maybe 3 miles away from the Walmart. And the reason I'm sitting here is I can drive that at Walmart, but okay, I can sit here and they're gonna send me offers from the Walmart. I've done it all the time. But if I see something from Instacart, I don't want to have to drive back this way. I'd rather drive to Walmart. So we'll sit here at the Schnucks because, like I said, just because there's a promotion on one app doesn't mean I'm not going to take something good on another one. This one's trash. Of course, Uber's always trash in the morning. Another reason I've kind of been enjoying doing these, there's nobody out here. If I get something for this Instacart, there's nobody shopping in there. There might be 1 customer in there right now, maybe 2. There's no lines. There's no fighting the traffic. There's no traffic out here. So when you rise early, drink that coffee, take your Monster, whatever, Red Bull, eat a banana, you got the marketplace mostly to yourself. You're gonna have more Uber rideshare, but I'm not doing that right now, right? I don't have that filter on, right? Only because I just don't want anybody in the car today. It is what it is. You got the road to yourself. You just do, and there's a benefit to that. And there might not be as many fish out there, but you're gonna see all the ones. First spark order, 16 for 8 miles. It says 32 minutes. I'll take a look at this. Where's the 8 miles headed? It's 11 items. So this is actually 16. This is actually $21, right? I'm gonna go ahead and accept it. I just took it. I'll show you guys that right now. That's not one I would usually take, but because it's 16 plus the 5, kind of makes sense. Plus it's only 6:05. It didn't take long. And I wanted to get, remember, 3 to 4 of those. So this should take us 30 minutes to do, to make 21 bucks. I can probably catch some kind of Uber or something else on the way back towards this area. Also, this isn't the only Walmart that you're getting an extra $5 between 6 to 8:15. There's a Maplewood one as well, which is in close enough proximity to this drop-off. So now we add another Walmart where we can snag an offer from, or we just come back this way. I don't mind the 8 miles. There's some highway miles there. Easy money. I look at the time, sometimes more than the mileage. Plus, you're getting the extra $5. Early bird gets the worm. I see one guy here. No, 2. I see 2 shoppers here. That's it. And they're sitting, not making any money. Maybe they saw that offer and they're like, I'm good. Maybe they don't know about the $5. Don't matter. I'll take it. And I wouldn't classify this as a great offer, but I'll take it. I like the dollar valuation. It's going to take me less than the 30 minutes it said. And hopefully we can get an Uber coming back or going or whatever, and we can stack and route, as my friends say. It is what it is, but I didn't want to just sit. So I'll do 21 bucks. Shopping list for Cammy, it says. It's not a lot of items, pretty easy. Done. He's getting this little code on this machine right over here. Done. So with our drive time getting there, it'll be 6:31 when we get to the drop off. Can you guys see the arch to the left there? Let me know in the comments. Can you see it? Did you see it? All right, let's drop that off and left. We got we got a Maplewood coming in, $29.15. $5 incentive sign. Why didn't the other one have that? And I'm looking in the tab and it doesn't have that I got the $5 for that. That's a little odd, and it was within that time range and their store ID. I'll have to double check that. That's weird because it came in at 6:05. So let's take a look at this real quick. Let's get rid of that. That one wasn't bad. 29 bucks, 7 miles. It's 2 orders. It's pushing me way up north. That's a decline. I'm not taking it. There's certain areas I just don't go to. The round trip miles and the navigation of it just doesn't make sense. Why didn't I get the $5 on that? Let me go back to my incentive program. There should be a little $5 promotion there. That's odd. It meets all the criteria. That's weird. I'll figure that out later. I don't know if is that an order from like last night that's in the system, but the timing of it on my end's not right. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm sure it should come back to us. But there also wasn't a $5 tag on that like this one. Very strange. Meets all the criteria. That's weird. But anyways, we march on. I missed the $7 like 2 mile Starbucks looking at that Walmart that I should have taken. I would have been able to add on to that, but it is what it is. Sometimes that happens. Another one coming in. So this is weird. So 27. I'll put it on the screen here. Has a $5 tag. I'm gonna have to call Spark on this one. This is odd that it's not part of that. Weird. I'm gonna count that it is. Oh, 9.5 miles, 3, so 2 batches. Oh, it's just the same order. Looks like the same one as before, but now it's for Shrewsbury. That's strange. 32. I'm not gonna do that one, we'll wait. Now we gotta remember, we're adding $5 to this, so that first one would have actually been like 34 and this one would have been 32. But I don't like the directional path of some of these. I just don't. And I don't like the batches as well. I mean, I'll do the batches, but I don't like the dollar amount for that. Anyways, I'm a little perplexed by this $5. I hope I didn't only get 16 bucks for that. It should be 21. It's a little weird. Maybe at the end of the video we'll call support, and or maybe it just didn't upload yet. But the weird thing is, it should have had the $5 tag in the offer screen, and it did not. Very strange. All right, we got a $6.99. We tried to match on Uber. I don't know if it's going to match it or not. It says request matching right there. It was going back to where we got to go anyway. Hopefully we get it. And then we got a Spark order coming in. $19.98 just for you, Sam's Club. Not doing that right now. I would like the $6.99 to add, but didn't get it. Somebody else got it. That happens sometimes, but I missed that first. Oh no, we did get it. Here we go. $6.99. This is going to take us 10 minutes. Easy money. So let's go ahead and do this while we're waiting on the next Spark. That'll pretty much round out the first hour, more or less, for 28 bucks. Not horrible, but that's the pace I want to be for the morning time. Morning time, your pace is going to sometimes obviously be more than what you'd like it to be, but I find that in the morning, that's about where we're going to be. You're going to be 25 to 30 bucks per total hour, not active. I don't look at active necessarily, because if I'm out here looking for money, that's time. That's, you know, I'm not being paid for that time, right? So we'll go ahead and do this quick McDonald's on the way back to the Walmart. Little Mickey D's action. Oh, I will go this way. Ain't nobody here. Pick up this order real quick. Spark, where's my $5? It'll come in. This is an easy $6.99. We're almost at the drop-off, and then we're headed, because the order was ready, and we'll be back to the Shrewsbury's. I can't even talk today. I can't even speak in this video. But we're back in the Shrewsbury parking lot momentarily. This thing's going off like crazy. I'll show y'all. Here's one. 26.38, and you got to add the 5. 5.7 miles. Says it'll take 41 minutes. It's 2 shops. As long as there's not a lot of items, we're going to hop on this one. I don't mind that. 11 items total. Y'all see that? That's accept all day. So let's go ahead and drop this McDonald's off, and then we'll break this bad boy down. This is a good one. So this is what, 26.38 plus the 5. Oh, we just rolled up. It's 7 o'clock. So that first order took us like 45 minutes. The first 2 orders of total time to make the 28, and we're about to make 31. So pretty much 60 bucks. It's going to be about an hour and 40 minutes by the time we're completed with the drive and drop off times. This is going to be very easy to shop. So not a bad pace. We should be able to do at least one more order before 8:15 accepted on this app. Unless we get super lucky, but so we'll probably be able to do 3 and capture an extra 15 bucks. It's crazy, we gotta lock all this stuff up.
Yeah, I know. And you got so many dishonest people.
Some locked up tank tops, some soda, some paint thinner, all kinds of cool, here we go. All kinds of good stuff on this order. All done. We got some clothes for this customer here. Soda and tool things and thinner for that guy right here. Easy. All right, with both orders, we got a 20-minute drive time. First customer, 13. Second one, probably 7, maybe 6 minutes. Not bad. All right, 7:30 on the dot. So we've been out for an hour and a half. We've been working for an hour and 15 minutes. And we're at, if you round up with the change, we're at 60 bucks. Not bad. We should be able to do one more. Oh man, my hair looks a little crazy today. What's going on here? Okay, so for the one we just did, the $5 icon is there, but for the first one, it's not. Something's going on with that first one. We're gonna get our $5. I'm not worried about it. Now I know why. If you go to my trips, see the 1613 right there? It's on Wednesday's date. That's an order that was in the system from last night or yesterday. That's why it's not in the time zone. I completed it during that time that it was said $5. I will get my $5. Trust me, I'll call support. I will get my $5. But that's why. It's an order left from last night. I'll put a screenshot here. That's what it is. Completed. It's saying I completed it yesterday. but I picked it up today. That's very strange, but there's little glitches like that in the system you have to be careful of. I'll call support. We will get our $5. Believe that. Lesson here with Walmart, look for that banner, that promotional banner within the initial offer screen, unless you want to try to call support and grovel and whatever, right? But it is what it is. Good lesson, but we'll get our $5. I'm not concerned. But that initial offer screen is what the app's going to go by. That's what the money's going to go by. All right, we got a 20. Oh, Lord. We got delivery coming in. Starbucks, Chippewa. I'm going to take this $6 1 mile Starbucks real quick. We're going to look at this right here. 29, 11 miles. Says it's going to take an hour. 29 plus the 5. Shop. I'm not going to do that one. I want less mileage. I think we can do better than that. Sometimes you got to gamble a little bit. So let's go ahead and turn around. We're going to the Starbucks for this quick $6. We'll be able to get one more batch. You got 40 minutes basically, or whatever it is, right? You got until 8:15. So I'm not going to pass up a quick $6. I don't mind it, especially when it's a mile and it's basically the mileage that I got to do anyway for this, you know, to come back to the, or maybe, I don't know, maybe 4 miles away from the Walmart that we'd like to be at. So we'll add this quick $6. Why not? There's a Starbucks right there. They used to be closed. Are they still closed? They were closed for a little while. They should be open, hopefully. Bags are ready. Gotta love that. 2 quick Uber Eats pickups, both no waits. And when I mean 2, this is the same customer. I mean the McDonald's and this one. Always keep your apps on. You can use some of these food deliveries as fillers in between orders to maximize your money. Very quick $6. And if I'm just waiting, fishing for the next Walmart Spark on the app, I don't get that $6. So let's make a little bit of money while we're waiting. All right, just took another $6.94 2 mile Starbucks. Same one. We're gonna do it. We're still waiting on our Spark order. We can accept it as long as we accept the next one before 8:15 or on whatever app. We're gonna be just fine. Because like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we're not gonna turn down offers that are good profitability just in hopes that we get something on a good promotion on one app. And here we go. We're gonna take this 19 plus 5, so $24, 19 item shop. Let's go ahead and accept it. Let's see if it's still there. We got it. Okay, it's 2 customers. They live by each other. No big deal. So we're gonna take this almost $7. We're gonna add it to the 25. There we go. Here's a $6.94 order for Tierra W. You know, we walk in there, they go, "Are you waiting on a DoorDash?" And it was ready. She put the little sticker on it. It's just funny how the world looks at, some people look at all delivery orders as DoorDash orders. And I said, yeah. And she goes, "Oh, here you go." And some people look at them as Uber Eats. It's just weird. It's just a preference of what they usually see or what volume they're used to hearing. I think a lot of people use DoorDash more than Uber Eats. I could be wrong, but the market share says that. Let's drop this off, head to Walmart, do that last shop and pay for the $5 promotion, and we'll round out. Listen, we're going to be well over $100 by 10 o'clock. Well over. We're going to hit past 100 really, or right at 100 in the first 3 hours, so not a bad pace. We just left. We got a 4-minute drive, okay? So I will have orders waiting in the queue, as I call them, because we don't like downtime. It doesn't mean you take trash, but when you're sitting, hoping, wishing, praying for that really, really great order that sometimes comes in and sometimes doesn't, I'll piece together, especially in the morning time, orders that are profitable for me so that I'm active and I make good money rather than just sitting in the parking lot wishing for the $40 that might not come. I'll put together $40 myself. All right, time check, 8:10. Got 2 customers. This is not a lot of items. This is very easy. And this one's paying the 19 plus the 5. So this is only $24, but it's not going to take long at all. And I wanted to make sure I got one on that $5 promo before the 8:15. And we obviously still have plenty of time to work before 10 o'clock. So our day's not done. All right, last item, collard greens. Oops. All done. $10 minutes in and out. All right, so that concludes our extra $5 promo. Ran into an issue, but we figured out why. You know, we still, after we drop these off, we're gonna have, I don't know, about an hour and 20 minutes of time to work. And we're at $96 right now. Is it good? Nope. It's the money dance. It's the profitability dance. It's the hitting goals dance. We all should be hitting it at some point. All right, we got a $6. We matched it. $6 2-mile Espresso Yourself Coffee, a local joint. I like to do business with them. I mean, $6 is $6. We've done now, you know, a few of those. It's going back in the direction of the Walmart. So we should be able to do one more Shrewsbury Walmart or an Instacart at the Deerbergs or somewhere else locally before the 10 o'clock hour. This is going to put us at the, what, $100 mark, right at the $100 mark, at the 3-hour mark. It's 8:50 right now. So by the time we pick it up and drop it off, it's going to be 9 o'clock. That's 3 hours of time. Since when we turned on the app right at 6 a.m., we didn't start working until what, 6:10 or 6:12, 6:15, something like that. So not bad. And the last one here, this is local. I'd rather do local coffee than Starbucks. I'm not a Starbucks fan for many reasons. I think they're over, what's the word? Starbucks is overrated extremely. It's very expensive. And I think a lot of the people that work there are just kind of lazy, but whatever. Y'all ain't here for that. So let's go ahead and pick up this this coffee, drop it off right down the street from the Walmart, and I should be able to show you one more Shrewsbury pickup, or possibly an Instacart, because we got Instacart on as well. So here it is, right here to the right. All right, so we had a little bit of wait for that coffee, but whatever, I didn't wait like 8 minutes. Haven't got nothing on any other app that's worth taking. There's a couple of roadies that are close to a CVS by where I live, that if the price goes up, I'll do that, and that'll be my last thing. We're at Shrewsbury. We're getting ready to pull in. And listen, we're at $100. So if you needed to go do something with the families, to go to your W-2 starting at 9:30 or 10, or if you were gonna have lunch with a friend or do something with the kids or whatever, you wake up early, you pocket $100 in the bank. Okay, it'll be market dependent, but you get what I'm saying, right? Because maybe some of y'all would have had better orders or slightly worse or about the same. $100 is achievable if you work the breakfast shift, and then you do whatever you got to do, and then you go back out at nighttime or late afternoon. You make another 100, and boom, there's your 200. Or you work lunch, and then you work dinner or late afternoon, and boom, there's your 3. Or you work all day, and there's your $400 or whatever. It's possible. I'm showing you the early morning strategy to tell you and show you that it is possible to hit that $100, $200, $300, $400 if you're going to work all 4 parts: breakfast, lunch, afternoon, dinner, or breakfast, lunch, dinner, late night. It's possible if you break your day down that way. And we get our last order of the day, 3307. I'll put a screenshot here. Hold on. 3307. Y'all can't see that because of the glare. Let me go ahead and break this down. You got 20 seconds. It's one of those just for you round robin kind of deals. There's a $5 tip, 48 items, $33. I mean, that'll put us at 133 if we do this. Ooh, where's this going? Doing it. I've delivered here before. We're definitely doing it. 3307, absolutely, all day. I'm sitting in a parking lot. Let's go ahead and add our 33 to our shift here. Yeah. Y'all have a great day. I appreciate y'all for watching these long videos. Kind of a ride along, just a breakdown, a little motivation, what I can do in St. Louis when I wake up early. Goal was at least 100, and I knew that's reachable, achievable within that 4 hours. 133 is what we're doing before lunchtime. Y'all have a great day. Happy hustling. All right, all done. Not a bad way to end the morning. Y'all have a great day.